that country, there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half.
It took a year and a half to take our forefathers to this new place where never man lived.
Yeah, North
Read.
America.
And the same region,
The same place that our forefathers, our elders, came to is called
Ozareth.
It's called what?
Ozareth.
It's called what?
Ozareth.
What? How do you want to know that?
Yeah.
You really want? Okay. All right. Let me finish that off. That's a good question because the Caucasian man says, "How did we get over here?" How does the Caucasian man say we got over here, or the First Nations got over here? What did they say?
Holy Ghost fire.
We were always here.
So,
Not much.
you will.
No, Ojibwe,
First
we
Nations
started
will
on
say that they were always here.
the
The
Northeast
Caucasians
coast.
say something else. What do they say? What do the Caucasians say about how the First Nations got over here?
They say that we were
We
always
came
here.
across the joining of two continents that is no longer there.
These points are located between the Chukotka Peninsula in Russia and the Seward Peninsula in the US state of Alaska. These two peninsulas are separated by a stretch of water known as the Bering Strait, which is approximately 53 miles wide at its narrowest with an average depth of 30 to 50 meters. The Bering Strait links the Arctic Ocean with the Bering Sea and separates the continents of Asia and North America at their closest points.
They said you came through the Bering Strait.
Yeah.
They say that you came through the Bering Strait. What we're here to do is dispel of all Caucasian
That's
lies.
right. Bring it out.
That's right. This is not no religion. Right. This is our heritage.
Right.
Why do you think we're wearing fringes on our clothing?
Yeah.
Why do you think we talk the way that we talk? We don't talk like no Christian.
Come on now.
Read that second Ezra. How did the First Nations get to this land? Our long lost brothers and sisters. Read that.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, verse 40.
Read quick.
Those are the 10 tribes.
Those are the what?
The 10
The
tribes.
what?
The 10 tribes.
That's from Ephraim on down. The light-skinned tribes. Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
Argentinians.
Yeah.
Chileans.
Yeah.
First Nations. Seminole Indians.
Yeah.
Read.
Which were carried away prisoners.
Away what?
Away prisoners.
We have constantly been imprisoned by nations. Read.
Out of their own land.
Out of their own what?
Out of their own land.
Out of your own lands. Because guess what? Even in this book, the First Nations didn't only have the, what do you call North America?
Yeah.
They had Israel, the promised lands.
Right.
You had lands. We had lands.
Right.
You know? Read.
In the time of Hosea the king,
Uh-huh.
Salmanasseh, the king of Assyria, led away captives.
This was the captor at that time. It wasn't a Caucasian man. It was an Assyrian man. Read.
And he carried them over the waters. And so they came into another land.
So they brought them into captivity in Syria. Read
But
quick.
they took this counsel among themselves.
They gathered. They gathered. That's why it's a custom for us to gather.
Where's your
We always
reserves
got
and your
that.
treaty?
Where's our
Where's
reserves?
your lands?
Our reserves are ghettos.
rights.
Our reserves are ghettos.
Right.
Shanty towns in Jamaica. We don't have anything. Just like you, they've taken everything from us. Read.
That they would leave the multitude of the heathen.
We said, you know what? We want to leave from all these other people. We
Right.
want to follow our customs.
Right.
Read.
And go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt.
Your forefathers, our elders said, we want to go to another land where never man has lived.
North
Where
America.
is that area?
North America.
Where is that area?
Right here.
Read.
That they may keep their statutes.
To keep their what?
Their statutes.
So that you can keep your statutes. Just like we were speaking to the brother an hour and a half away,
Old ways.
where it said some of the old ways is fasting.
Yes.
Fasting for multiple days to
Praying.
purge out
Praying.
your system.
Hallelujah.
To get yourself closer to the Creator.
That's it.
Read.
Which they never kept in their own land.
Read.
And they
We're
entered
gonna
into the
finish this off.
Euphrates by the narrow passage
So
of
we
the
went to the
river.
Euphrates. Read.
For the
I
Most
need that.
High
I need
then
that.
showed signs for them. I got it.
Uh-huh.
For signs for them.
Uh-huh.
And held still no floods
Uh-huh.
till they were passed over.
Uh-huh.
For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half.
It took a year and a half to take our forefathers to this new place where never man lived.
Yeah. North
Read.
America.
And the same region,
The same place that our forefathers, our elders, came to is called
is called Osiris.
It's called what?
Osiris.
It's called what?
Osiris.
What is Osiris? Let's see what the Jewish man that stole our history, that comes into our reservations and sets up and say, hey, let's do Judaism. What do they say? Right. Read the title. What is it?
The Jewish
The what?
The Jewish Encyclopedia.
No, it's Tyrone Bigums.
The Jewish Encyclopedia.
No, it's my fellow, what do you call it, First Nation brother.
The Jewish Encyclopedia.
This is a Caucasian man talking about some history. Read.
Osiris.
Osiris.
The name of the land beyond the great river, far away from the habitation of man, in which the 10 tribes of
where the First Nations,
in which the 12 tribes of Israel will dwell.
The what?
The 10 tribes of Israel will
That's
dwell.
you. That's us. The Israelites would live for
Observing the law of Moses.
observing our customs.
Our custom traditions in
Read.
old ways.
Until the time of restoration.
Listen, I'm finishing the question. Read.
According to 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, verse 45.
What is Osiris?
Columbus.
Who?
Columbus.
Columbus.
Do you like Columbus? What did Columbus do to our people?
England.
What did Columbus do to our people? They messed with little kids. They took women like you. They raped our women. Columbus that traveled over here.
They made us Métis.
Identified America.
What?
America.
What?
With this land.
Why do you wish to sail west?
To open a new route to Asia. Asia is the richest kingdom, the land of spices and gold. At the moment, there are only 2 ways of reaching it. By sea, sailing around the African continent. The journey takes a year. By sea, sailing around the African continent. The journey takes a year. Or by land. But the Turks have closed this route to all Christians. There is a 3rd way. By sailing west across the ocean sea.
The distance is unknown. It's said to be infinite.
Superstition. I believe the Indies are no more than 750 leagues west of the Canary Islands.
How can you be so certain?
The calculations of Toscanelli, Marin de Tir, Esdras.
Esdras is a Jew.
So what's worse?
Columbus.
Who?
Columbus.
Columbus.
Do you like Columbus? What did Columbus do to our people?
England.
What did Columbus do to our people? They messed with little kids. They took women like you. They raped our women. Columbus that traveled over here.
They made us Métis.
Identified America.
What?
America.
What?
With this land.
America is also known as what? America is also known as what? Read it from the top.
Osiris.
What?
Osiris.
Columbus identified what?
Columbus identified America with this land.
So this is how the First Nations got to America.
Right.
You were the first peoples here.
Right. Yeah, right.
You are the first peoples here.
Nation is men leading by example.